Yeah. Hey. Early March, the flames. Oh. Hey. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Early March, the flames went high on Riley's run that night. Town rolled up like stormtroopers, stole the scene without a fight. No notice, no hearing, 17, 28, 51, they ignored. Secured my house like it was theirs, then left the damn door open for the horde. Rain came down, freestyle cycle, basement full of water in the dead dog too. While I'm stuck in the 10 tax 12 with 18 cats and a broken back, what would you do? Berwick burned us once, then they burned us twice. Violated every code, every statute, every right. 2 days for 20 years is cruel and unusual. We're coming for every dollar, every liar, every official. You had one job, protect and serve, not seize and destroy. Now the whole damn town's gonna hear this outlaw noise. Capella Wilson, town plant. Y'all wearing badges like a gang. Arrested me on my own land while I tried to save my thing. 88 reasonable accommodation. You left and walked away. Daring Gway with the torn rotator. Missing meniscus. Can't even stand all day. 4 requests, demand letters. 0 answers. Total stonewall. Town managers let them March 26 for straight up legal malpractice, y'all. Berwick burned us once and they burned us twice. 14th Amendment shredded, 4th Amendment sacrifice. Money liability on the policies you hide. We're flipping every code section till the truth can't be denied. Judge Walker said state process, or the state process got hijacked. You never posted the dangerous building order, never held the hearing facts. We're pro-C warriors, but the Constitution don't care about your games. We're taking this federal, naming names and lighting up your shame. You burned us once, try to burn us twice, but this fire in our belly's gonna light up the sky. Compensatory, punitive attorney fees on high. Every violated statute is another reason why we're not backing down. This is personal, this is war. Berwick, Maine, your days of breaking the law. Gun 17, 2851, 2857. You're going down. Way down and we're still standing. Protect us all. Protect us all. Protect us all. Yeah. Late night knock and the sirens glow. Mama's crying while the cold winds blow. Papers in their hands saying sign right here, but the children hold tight when the heroes appear. Boots hit the pavement, truth in his eyes. The CPS Punisher hears every lie. Not for the money, not for the fame. He's standing for the families calling his name. And beside him rides Queen Tiff strong. Voice like thunder when the system's wrong. Shield for the broken, hope for the weak. Fighting for the parents too scared to speak. No revenge burning in their hearts tonight. Just love for the children and the will to fight. Trying to keep every family whole. That's the fire living deep in their souls. The CPS Punisher, Queen Tiff by his side. Standing for the families they try to divide. Holding the line so the children stay safe. Never backing down, never losing faith. They'll fight together through the storm and pain, till families don't live in fear again. Voices rising loud across the nation's home. Protect our children, protect us all. Protect us all. Yeah. said. Stories twisted till the truth seems dead, but the Punisher walks through the fear and smoke, giving strength to the people the system broke. Queen Tiff speaking with the warrior's flame, calling every injustice out by name. She says children need love, not endless control. You can't heal a family by breaking its soul. Neighbors gather raising signs up high, tears in their eyes but they won't hide. Every mother, every father knows love is the seed that a family grows. No ribbons burning in their hearts tonight, just hope for tomorrow and the courage to fight, trying to keep every family whole. That's the fire living deep in their souls. The CPS Punisher, Queen Tiff by your side, standing for the families they tried to divide, holding the line so the children stay safe, never backing down, never losing faith. The fight together through the storm and pain, till families don't live in fear again. Voices rising loud across the nation's home. Protect our children, protect us all. Protect us all. One day the fear won't haunt these streets. One day the crying finally sleeps. One day the children all come home and know family stands alone. The CPS Punisher, Queen Tiff standing tall, fighting for the families, fighting for them all. Not for vengeance, not for hate, but to keep love stronger than the state. And they'll keep marching till the whole world says children belong with the families. Hearts unbroken, voices unchained, till every child is safe again.
All right. What's up, Tiff? How we doing, everybody? I don't know if anybody was just watching him, but we just had Justin Nicely on getting his well, he was trying to go out and display his rights to the Canton Hall of Shame as the Canton Hall of Shame. Hey guys. And we were broadcasting it, and he was arrested right there on the, and I am not Becca. They were broadcasting it live, and he got arrested there. So we're going to be talking about that in a minute. We had a really interesting weekend. I don't know if you guys caught the Punisher and Friends show, but that was very interesting. And the information that we pulled out of that was crazy. I mean, there was just a lot of stuff that has happened over the weekend with the Tanawa Downing and Jessica Saxton split up, whatever's going on with them. And we don't care about, listen, I'm going to get this personally right here. And to be said, listen, we don't care about what people's drug use is. We don't care about what their sexual orientation is. What we do care about are facts that are laid down upon us and that are wrong. So if people are lying, fraudulently putting themselves out there as something that they're not, if they're lying about what they say that their information is going to, then we don't want it, like we will call you out on that. But we don't care about dirty laundry. Let's get that front and first and clear. We do not care about dirty laundry and what people are putting out. What their behind the doors preferences and practices are, could care less. None of our business. And it should be none of your guys' business either. None of us are in this thing for the drama. None of us care about the wow bullshit that goes on with all of this stuff. All we want are 100% known and indisputable facts that come out and that says, listen, X person does this. They didn't do this. You said you were sending them money. They said the money was going towards this, and then it goes to this. Okay? That's a fact. That's news. That's newsworthy because you all need to know these things. That way you can determine if you are going to donate money or donate whatever you have, because we know that the majority of you are in a hurting situation just like we are. Every dime is accounted for. Every bill that we pay is accounted for. And there's a lot of times that we're picking this one to pay Peter, to save, to pay Paul. You know the saying I'm talking about. So to have someone come out and beg and plead with you to give them that last dime that you have. You have hope and 10 cents in your wallet, and you're giving this one person both of those. Well, that's bullshit if they're lying to you. That's bullshit if they're not telling you the truth. And it's absolute bullshit if you freaking give them that money and they take those from you. And we will call that out. That other shit we don't care about. There's no room for that. There's no room for any of that anywhere in this movement. So just be it known that that's the stuff we don't care about. Sure, people will laugh and joke about it, whatever. Okay, so be it. But that's not the information that we're trying to pass. That's not the information that we want to pass. And that's the information that we don't care about. So I know I'm being redundant now, but I'm going to hear what Tiff has to say about this because we haven't even spoken about this whole topic. So, Tiff, it's on you now.
He can be a little. Let's count on him.
Well, of course, I agree with that. People need to watch who they're giving their money to, especially if they're not doing anything. But we said it before, be careful who you follow, because not all information is correct information, and not all information is good information. And I'm not saying that we're out here being the best, because, I mean, we have other advocates that help us out too. Right.
We definitely strive to be the best and to pass the most accurate information. I mean, that's our mission.
That is what we do. But now I want to see what happened with this town hall meeting, because that's what I'm interested in.
Right. She missed the beginning of that. Let me get that prepared here. And let's get this. You know what? While I do this, I'll bring Beck out for 1 second to discuss with Tiff what she saw and what she thought of, and give everybody like whatever, just to fill the spots so we're not quiet while I'm doing this. Becca, do you want to give Tiff a little lowdown and give the audience a little lowdown, and you and Tiff amongst yourselves while I pull this thing up, please?
Yes, sir. And thank you for giving me just a moment. So essentially, I mean, he was at a town hall meeting, and me, myself, and I, when I first saw it, I messaged her and I said, what's going on? Hello? What's because all I saw when I clicked on the live was him screaming at the top of his lungs. And I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, why is he talking like that? What is he doing? What is he doing? And like, we were talking about it before the show, and like you said, like, you can't be saying the stuff he was saying. I'm sitting here like, no, like, okay. So, I mean, I get why they probably arrested him, but I mean, if that would have been me, I wouldn't have done it that way, essentially. But, everybody has their own preference on what they want to do, but that's his way of doing it. So let him have at it. But I would have approached it differently. That's for sure. My own opinion.
Right. Like when Claire goes down there, if you ever watch Claire, because she posts all her town hall meetings,
mm-hmm.
She does call them out by name, but she does it like so even tone that you can't really tell if she's mad, sad, whatever. Right. And that's one of the things that I love about her so much is she can go in there, and as nervous as she is, she will not let them see her sweat. That's why I'm anxious to see what happened with him, because even though he was saying, from what I understand, what he was saying, the Supreme Court of the United States has already said even profanity is covered under the First Amendment. The only things that aren't are like a few things, like you can't yell fire in a crowd of people, right? Because somebody could get hurt. So yeah, that's why I want to see what happened, because I totally missed it. I didn't even know.
Yeah, it was a little crazy. I mean, 100%. I mean, and here's my thing too, is that, Claire's calculated. And I mean, a lot of people, I stress this to people, who do reach out to me. Emotions get you nowhere in court, in litigation, in any form of the matter, because essentially they sat there and they waited on him. They waited on him they sat there and they did. There was like 12 of them. They sat there and they waited on him to keep yelling and screaming, causing a scene, causing a ruckus, and they were just waiting for it. And I'm sitting here like, they're anticipating you. They're going to take you to jail. Like I read the writing on the wall as soon as I started listening. I was like, oh God, here we go. But I tell everybody all the time, emotions get you nowhere. They don't care about your emotions. They don't.
Do we know why he went to the town hall meeting?
To address the I guess the county commissioners, because I believe they said that he was calling them out because the cops were doing some dirty stuff with somebody. They detained somebody and then they brought the dog over, I guess, and let the dog attack the person who was already arrested. And like, yeah, they've literally like banned in Canton, they've actually banned, they made it one of their rules now that they aren't allowed to, that they are no longer taking public speaking at their meetings anymore due to perceived threats and something else. But they were no longer accepting public comment.
Yeah, but those meetings are open to the public, right?
Mhm.
That's what town halls are. I don't know why. You know what? I think if somebody challenged that, they would have to reopen that.
Oh, there was like 28 people there that day. It said on the article, there was like 28 people there that day, and they literally were like irate, furious. Darren, you fudger. There we go.
And they don't have answers for the people. You know, it kind of started way back when, the public, like when basically they're asking, like, when are you going to stop, like, allowing police officers and your public officials in here to stop, like for the dog, they had a guy in City of Canton that was up face down on property for his whole family. The cops won't give any accountability.
They work. That's the thing that they forget.
In fact, I can probably show you guys that.
So, Classic says, and I hope everybody gets to see it last night. It was really good. But she said because they recorded it on, they're going to consider the incident now as evidence, so they're not going to release his phone. And I agree with her on that.
Well, they're going to have to release it back to him. That's fucking. They're going to have to go over a trespass. Over your
trespass. His video is going to be considered evidence now, evidence in the phone.
So
they're
you
going
take that video off that man's phone and you get that man back.
They don't.
They don't need to go dig for and find out who was.
Well, I tell you this right now, Jay. If I knew somebody like myself that maybe not see a couple of phones go by the way of the police department, they would not get back to you.
Right. All right, all of this.
Until everything's said and done, and then maybe.
And then you're even lucky to even get him back.
Right. Maybe. Right.
I'm gonna screen share this so everybody can see it. This is kind of why Justin's being shadow banned at city halls, because he's kind of calling them out for this type of shit that you're about to see here.
Oh, come on. Come on. Still going at it. Yes, they did.
You're going to start it from the beginning?
I couldn't even see that.
I know. It's like, well, and that wasn't even the live. That was just us talking after his live went off. Because like all of a sudden his live went off and it was like back playing like the last 5 minutes or so, like like towards the end of the live before he got arrested. It like started to replay itself, which was weird. And then it essentially cut off. And then the other guy that was there was also recording and he was on live and his kept going off. Like they just like kept like, I don't know, they were like shadow banning us or something. I don't know what they were doing, but they were doing something. But essentially the actual video is like, you can see him per se, like actually, and it's just him. And I don't know what Darren's doing. But that should have been the video should have showed you. Get it together, Darren. I see you back there.
I'll be rooting for you on the
Yeah, I couldn't even see that little video. And then when they were talking, it was cracking up.
Yeah, I know, it's horrible. That's why I said the sound was horrible. Like, it was just so like, I'm like, oh gosh. At one point, so my phone stopped. I stopped hearing them on my phone. So I was like, okay, I'll transfer to my laptop. Because I was like, well, maybe, it's just my phone, whatever. I transfer my laptop. So I get on my laptop. And I'm like, I can't hear you. Like I see them talking. And I'm like, I can't hear you.
Because he's kind of calling them out for this type of shit that you're
29 minutes.
Oh, come on. Come on. Still going at him.
I don't think you guys have time on that, but
still going at him.
But they walked that dog over there to fight that handcuff.
Yes, they did. Yes, they freaking did.
And that's the kind of stuff right there that Justin's calling them out on in the city of Canton and asking for accountability. And that's why they shut down public speaking, is because they don't want stuff like that being talked about in their council meetings.
Only one way to find out.
But that is the stuff that people need to be talking about in those council meetings, because they're supposed to know what's going on in the community.
Yeah. And well, we all know they're aware. So.
Well, I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I should have said that the residents of that county should be aware of what's going on in that county.
Right. Well, that's the thing. And that's what the whole point was with that video. Jesus. The whole point is that's what started this whole thing, was the fact that there was, a town, like they blatantly, I don't know whether you could see it or not, Tiff, but the guy was down, handcuffed on his belly with them on their knees on him. And they let that dog ravage that dude. Like there was no need for that. Now, whether they had no control over the dog or whether that dog they were just allowing it to do that, either way, that poor guy was completely he was defenseless. He had no way of, doing anything, moving anywhere, and they held him in that position. And that's what begins Justin's journey on this stuff, calling these guys out. And they should have to answer to someone in the town for that. Absolutely. Because that could be your son, my daughter, your daughter, our nephew, uncle. It could be anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. To be held down, handcuffed, held down by police force, and then to have the dog come and attack you, that's disgusting. And that town should absolutely know about it. Now let me get back to what I was doing. Becca.
I think that guy, thank God it's somewhere viral, because I think that guy might have a lawsuit.
And Darren, oh, you mother, about made me cuss. Darren, don't give me the Becca little snip. Start the video from the freaking beginning where Tiff can see it. That's what she's anticipating. She doesn't want to see the last freaking 29 minutes. She wants to see the first 120 minutes.
Yeah, I think he's trying to pull it up. And yes, we do pay them to sit in those seats. And I don't know about other states, but I know here Virginia has an election every year. So I don't know what election I'm voting in, but I'm voting. So yeah, and some of those seats are coming up. So yeah, voting is very important, because if these people aren't doing what we the people put them in those seats for, they don't need to be in those seats.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the truth.
Yeah, I mean, and like they need to vote Tiff in to be sheriff. Like Tiff needs to be sheriff. I want her voted in for sheriff. I
Oh
will leave to
God.
Virginia just to be able to vote Tiffin for sheriff. Okay.
Oh
I
Lord.
said they're gonna give her a gun. No, that's the only thing I'm worried about. Giving that woman a gun. You don't give crazy people guns, okay?
Oh, I don't even want that. They can keep that part.
Hey,
Okay,
make no
just give her a
mistake.
taser.
Make no mistake. She's not crazy. She's just very adamant, and she tells you this is it. She's not crazy. She's just pissed off person that wants her damn rights. And you know what? If these guys can run around with guns on their hips and they can come throwing this shit at you, then we can do the same damn thing as them as the citizens. We're the ones that are given the rights for that. They're the ones that are given what do they call them? Procedures and
Policies and procedures.
policies and all of that. That's what they make for them, not for us. That's supposed to be so the police department doesn't come throwing Molotov cocktails at the town hall, not the freaking people. That's exactly what that's for. So these people don't even act under their own, they don't even run under their own proper policies and procedures. They don't even
They
do
don't
that.
even follow them. They don't even know them.
It's fucking ridiculous. It's being law enforcement or whatever. They should know these things in a proper way and know which ones to use and which ones they shouldn't. But they do not. And the whole point of showing the dog biting first, Becca, was to show that this is what started this entire charade that leads to this point. It's like a Quentin Tarantino video. You see the end at the beginning. Now we will watch the beginning and see what happened. That way people don't have to stick around for the end. They already know about it.
Smart ass.
Thank you. Here it is. That's right. It is a very smart ass. And here I go.
God knows it's out.
Sure is. Big and proud. High crack time.
your fake jeans.
It's me off. Goddamn fake jeans. All right, Tiff, can you see it? Is it big enough? I can make it a little bit bigger, I believe.
Just make it a little bit bigger.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Oh man, another officer over here. Hey, he's the same one that likes to throw people out of council for just standing in the back of it.
Yeah, when I make it bigger, it crackles.
There he is. That's the one right there. Everybody wants to know why you're throwing people out of city council meetings just for standing in the back silently protesting. Especially as a sergeant. No comment? None? None at all? No? And you see, what the city of Camp Police Department does, see, they do the shit that they do. Threatening people, harassing them out of the building, but he don't want to answer why he did it though, right? See? Now, if y'all want to see what the definition of cowardice is, there it is right there, and they wear gold badges all throughout the damn city. There he is right there. See, he won't answer none.
Oh shit. Becca, can you see if you can replay that through? I don't understand why it's crackling so bad. Whether it's see if you can replay it here.
Do you have? Is it in? Where's it at?
CPS breaking news. YouTube.
Oh,
Remember the place we work for?
Smart ass. I'm done with you today. Okay.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're right.
Listen, I didn't know that's when you were screaming it off. Okay.
So he was actually not in the meeting. He was just at the town hall.
Correct.
Maybe I should mess with it.
So what?
Not
Okay.
sure.
I'm just going to watch the video first.
Yes. Let's see if it doesn't crackle if she pulls it up and puts it in there. I don't know why. You know, it's weird when we were doing that broadcast earlier. It would start to black out the screens and everything too. So they were definitely shadow banning us, or they were doing whatever the hell they do to stop us from promoting this stuff so people could see it. There's no doubt in my mind.
Okie dokie. Let's see here. Okie dokie. Come on. Come on. Okay, here it is.
Oh, you know what? I know how we can do
Share.
it. Instead of doing like this.
I just got
Sorry
now,
about
Darren,
this,
you
guys.
just freaking.
Put it on if it works for you. But if it doesn't, I have another way we can do this. Oh, this is our guest too. Hello.
Let's see if I can fast forward it. Shit out of me.
All right. So, I don't know if you can pull that up or not, Becca, but if you can't, it's we'll watch this part. All right.
You hear that chirping? That is a frog, a tree frog.
So how come we got 2 offers up here tonight and 3 babies? That's sort of out of the norm.
Yeah, it's just as bad there. Oh well, we got Danny on anyway, so we can get the update from her, and then we can work on this
Another officer
during the video.
He's the same one that likes to throw people out of council for just standing in the back of it silently.
Why is it all so
Yeah.
crackly? I don't understand.
I don't know. Kill it though, because we got our guest on here anyway. We'll take up with that after Danny.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Here comes our. We got our weekend. Well, she was just here. I don't know. Oh, she must be under Becca also.
Yeah, we're all Becca
That you?
today. No,
Wrong
I don't
Becca.
know.
Which Becca are you? This Becca.
I'm Becca.
This one. All right. So you, Danny, if you can hear us, come back, please. Let's see.
Finally. Stupid thing.
Let's see. Come on, Danny. Danny, come back.
Oh my God.
But yeah, you guys can go to YouTube. Go to you can either go to Tiff and The Punisher on YouTube. You can go to CPS Breaking News on YouTube. Go to any of those channels. I think Becca's channel has it, and you can check those out. It says right on it, tyranny is law, and so on and so forth. But you can do that. I'm sorry, I'm so busy today. I'm like blah, 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 all over the place, so I apologize for that.
That was under the Justin Nicely and Friends, I think it was.
Was it?
Not the yeah, because when I just got on YouTube, it was under that.
I'd vote for Tiff. Classic says that she'd definitely vote for you. And Classic, again, nice job last night. You guys go back and check her show out. She did a great job on her show last night. And yes, Becca, thank you for helping her out to assist her with that. Everybody, Becca.
I don't. Why? Why are you?
It was Becca that helped her. Becca.
It is not
Classic.
about me.
You did a great show last night. You were awesome. I can't wait to hear next Sundays because she's definitely giving out information that everybody should know. It was good stuff. I mean, last night she introduced herself, talked about what her story is, all of that, and then I think now she's used to being on the whatever camera device she's on or whatever, and now she will be able to move forward. And Becca did do a nice job kind of interviewing her to it per se, and overall, I mean, I give her an A+ for her first ever social media, social thing, podcast, event, everything that she's ever done. All right, guys, here is Danielle, the real one. And you guys remember her story. It was great. Well, it wasn't great. It was pretty intense, but she's coming here for hopefully a good update for us.
Say hi. So
Hey.
I'm in right now I'm in the middle of a visit, but I wanted to update you guys what's going on. I
Yes.
have court again Wednesday, but they did not go through with my trial.
Oh, they're not. Are you then?
No, they did not. They did not go through the trial because they were worried about the jurors being corrupted.
Oh, the jurors being corrupted.
Yes.
Well, isn't that
So
funny?
It
So you
is. And
finally got a jury trial, and they're going to call the jury out now.
yes. Yep, they
Wow.
are.
What's next? What is next?
It's Kessler, sorry.
Right.
But
You know,
so yeah, they said that they're not doing that because they're worried about maybe one juror being bad and like making everything go down, like it would corrupt everything if one juror was bad. So then they said that they were going to do a plea bargain with me, and they're trying to give me a diversion or a adjudication, a deferred adjudication.
so wait a minute. They wouldn't give you a jury trial because the jury's corrupt. They want you to take a plea. No way.
Yeah.
They know they don't have shit. They don't have a
Right.
damn thing that's going to convict you of
Nope.
nothing.
Deferred
Nope.
a deferred adjudication.
Yes.
So yeah, this means
And
that
they
you
said
got
it'd be
nothing.
but that's still on the table because they're still trying to figure out what's going on with me in my case. So I go back to court on Wednesday to figure out what's going on because I passed the hair follicle. I passed. I've never had one hot UA,
Good for
nothing.
you.
And so they said that we're gonna just regroup. I guess we're supposed to be doing mediation and all kinds of other stuff. So
So you know what? Don't you give them an inch because they're running right now. They're trying to reel in
I
every
know.
source of anything that they can do because
Mhm.
you did not a damn thing wrong. Nothing but
I
be a
know.
good freaking mom. And that's all that you did. And don't you for a minute accept their please don't. And this is not
Stipulating.
advice. This is just educational purposes and friend to friend. Do not give in to their shit because they are
I won't.
losing right now. And they know it. And they just want you
And
to
they
be
do
able
that,
to
and
say
that's the thing, and that's why they switch me counties. When they switch me counties now, Elbert County, like I was looking at the Constitution and I was looking at the Colorado Constitution, like there's a whole bunch of things that they've done that they shouldn't have done. Like there's all kinds of stuff that's there that it's going to be big when it's done. So
All
Using
right,
their
Right.
policies and procedures against them is essential
Go back.
too.
yes,
Go enjoy your. I don't want you to get. I don't want them to say that you cut your visit off to
I know,
entice
I know.
yourself for
But
your
yes, I just
podcast.
wanted to update you guys.
So
But
yes.
Wednesday I go back to court, so I can come
All
back
right.
on again next
Yes,
Monday.
come back on with us, please, 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 please. We're
I
going
will
to keep an eye
definitely
on this.
just
for sure.
say a prayer for us, and then hopefully I
We'll
get
say-
my place on Friday because of my criminal background. I'm not able to get a place because of the criminal charges they put on me. Even though I'm not convicted,
Right.
it still comes up in my background when they run
Yep.
my background check for all the apartment complexes and stuff. So
Yep.
they did that on purpose as well.
Innocent.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, Danielle, keep fighting. You're awesome. You rock. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming in. Go have fun with your
No
baby.
problem. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tiff, that is absolutely the most bullshit thing I've ever heard in my life.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Who could be more corrupt than the system? And then you're going to tell her that maybe, I don't know if it's 6 or 12, every state is different, that they're worried about one corrupt juror. That's bullshit.
choose
They
the
have
jurors?
nothing on her.
Like, don't they have to
First
choose
of
the
all,
jurors, like each attorney?
They do, but then they also always have 2 to 4 extra jurors on hand in the courthouse in case of these type of situations. So they completely flunked that test right there. That just proves that they're negligent of what they're doing. That proves that their corruption is right there in front of you. The only thing short of which would have been cooler is if she could have got that on video with them saying that stuff, because now people are just going to say that she's a liar and that's not what happened and all this yada yada yada. But I mean, why would she come out with something like that, right? That's just absolute bullshit. They have juries. You look at the movie called 12 Angry Men, right? It's all about a juror that has to come in at the end of the case, and they got to sway these guys to convince this juror. Because why? Because they had an extra fucking juror on the courthouse floor that day to hear it out. They don't do things like that. That's not why they cancel trials. They cancel it because they know if you ever put someone on trial and a jury against a mom to hear a bullshit case like hers, that they're not going to get, and they're not going to get a conviction. Period. This is why they are scared of jury trials. This is why they don't want to do them, because there's no way on God's earth that you're going to put any parent in front of a jury of their appeals and get a unanimous decision. It will never, ever, ever, ever happen.
That's why they don't offer them. not in civil matters, at least.
Well, they would have to prove their case too, right? And who is going to, that what I saw from that little baby, cute, right? Like,
Right?
no, because in our society, whether we believe it or not, they still believe that the children should be with the mother.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. She could be a mass murderer, come in there with that baby, and you're never still going to get a unanimous decision. You won't. It won't happen because there's too many people out there. And I'm not saying people are dumb or anything, but there's too many people out there that said, what if I was in those shoes? You don't know why she murdered. Maybe that husband or whoever was beating her, and that's why she killed him. There's always that bit of doubt why this person did this. That's just humanity. That's just people. You know, like I'm a person that won't accuse anybody until I get 1,000%, not 100%. I want 1,000% assurance that I'm right. You could steal something right in front of me, and if I sneezed, coughed, or farted, and it blew my vision off for just a second, then I'm not going to accuse those people of being a thief. I can't do it because just for that split moment that the action took place, I didn't see it. That's it. So I can't. I will not. I refuse to. So that would be me, that juror that would say, you know what? No. And I'm sure that probably you guys are probably right there with an agreement with me. So this is why. So this is why we need to fight hard for this jury thing.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm the same
Well,
way. It's got to be done right in front of me.
I won't sit on a jury. I will do my damnedest to get out of that jury trial. Do you hear me? I will do whatever. Like I'm lucky right now because I have kids under 10 living in my home, and they normally won't let you do that if you do have kids under 10 because you're the primary caregiver. So fingers crossed I don't get called for jury duty, but I did get called last year. And when you get called, I don't know if y'all have ever been called, but
I've been called like 3 times.
Right. So it tells you the nature of the crime. It doesn't tell you like their name or anything. And one of the things that this person was being charged with was identity theft. Is there a conflict of interest? Absolutely. I've had my identity stolen. I'll convict you just on that.
Right. But there would have been
me sitting on that jury.
But had that come up that day when you were choosing, when the jury was being selected, because here's the thing, it's not like in the movies and all that stuff where, you know, like it goes through this. It is, they do the process, but most of these trials, the jury process takes place in the morning, like the first 45 minutes that goes on. And then you go to the jury trial that same time, like right after that. So those jurors are still in the building. There are people that are still there, and they make you sit down and they say, look, you 4 or you 5 or whatever have to sit back and sit idly by and wait in case there's something else that comes up. So for them to cancel her trial based on that is bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And there's just no way, because they knew. And then to come at her with a plea bargain right after that, come on, you're going to come after her with a plea bargain. Hey, that juror was corrupt, but why don't you just agree to this real quick and we can get this over with? Why? So they can still go ahead and take that freaking baby. That's exactly why.
What is it? Deference to adjudication? Is that what she said it was?
They're saying that instead of going to the jury trial, we'll change this back to the judge now, and we'll let this judge rule on it instead of the jury, is what they were trying to do. And she was very smart. She denied that, and then they weren't expecting her to deny that. They weren't expecting her to deny the plea. They weren't expecting her to stand on her constitutional rights that she knows that she has, and these son of a bitches got caught with their pants down because they finally found somebody that was strong, that was willing to stand there and stand up for her rights because she knew she was right. She's not wrong. She didn't commit a crime. And that's the other thing, people, you need to stop taking that plea just because you're afraid of a punishment. If you know that you're innocent, don't plea bargain. Don't anything. You're innocent. Fight these son of a bitches tooth and nail, because at the end of the day, these prosecutors know you're innocent too, and they might not let on to it. But when it comes time for you to go to trial on that 12th hour or 11th hour, whatever they say, they will come up to you and they'll say, hey, listen, let's just ixnay this. Let's just whatever, because they know it has to be beyond a reasonable doubt that you get convicted in front of a jury. And that's a big bar to hold on to. Big, big, big bar, big standard. And if there's a reasonable doubt, just this much, then they can't convict you. And they know that already being a parent in a parent trial to take someone's child, they already have lost that. So that's got to be a hell of an uphill climb for them. And they know this, so they're just trying to be on easy street.
Well, not only that, if they would have acquitted her, they could never go back and charge her because that's double jeopardy.
Right. So what happens with CPS in that case, right? Like, can they not come back? How does that work in a civil and a CPS case? I think that they don't even know these results or how this even works. Because if you do get acquitted, let's say that, because this is new now where they're actually trying the. When I was in a place that I don't mention and all that stuff, the majority of the people that were there in that hearing, in that arraignment, were people that were being accused of neglect and abuse with their child. All right. I have never even heard that in a courtroom, but this was, I think it was 6 or 7 ladies that were in there that were being accused of abuse and neglect. Most of them, which were from failing to abide by a restraining order, like they let their exes come back and see the kids or whatever, like something like that. So they gave them a failure to protect. All right. So this is what these people are arrested for, put in jail for. Where's the abuse and neglect? That's failure to protect, number one. That's a whole different charge than abuse and neglect. So why they are being able to charge people with abuse and neglect under the guise of failure to protect, I don't know. Because why do they call it failure to protect? That's not abuse or neglect, right? That's the actions. That's the actions before.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because the quote unquote abuse and neglect, if you ever really look them up, they're so vague, right?
They're broad.
You could right. You could sneeze on your child. Okay.
I know my
and they
attorney
would
told me that I
probably
could
hit you
flirt
with
wrong
that.
and my kids would be considered dependent. My attorney told me that to my face.
I
He said I could flirt wrong.
Yep. Don't do it then.
I just literally read that where the deference to adjudication. It says that it is in practice, people are often referring to one of these concepts: deferring adjudication, deference to adjudicatory findings, or a stipulation or agreement that effectively leads to adjudication. These are very different things. So it says deferred adjudication is the procedure where court delays entering a final judgment or formal finding of guilt/dependency while the person complies with conditions ordered by the court. In criminal court, the defendant may plead guilty or no contest. The judge then withholds a conviction temporarily. If conditions are completed, the case may be dismissed or reduced, and if conditions are violated, the court can enter judgment. It's CPS court. A parent may agree to conditions or case plan. The court may postpone a final adjudication. The case stays under court supervision. If the parent allegedly fails conditions, the court can proceed to formal adjudication.
Wait, so that says, wait a minute. So that says that the court is in command of this child. So that means that CPS no longer has control, say, any of this stuff, right? Like that's the way I'm hearing that. Like now this is under the court's guides, not the CPS agents. And if we go back to the Chevron indifference and everything, which says that the courts can no longer rule by the opinion or the recommendations of these 3-letter agencies, then why is CPS still putting their voice in? Because the judge now can do nothing but rule on the laws that are being broken, not the policies and procedures, the laws that are being broken. So
then it says the critical issue is a deferred adjudication often still gives the court continuing leverage over the family, even though a final adjudication has not yet occurred. That's why these arguments can become dangerous if parents don't fully understand. Like, they're not. That's crazy.
Well, here's the thing. These lower courts do not think that the Chevron case affects them. That's the problem. That only goes for federal stuff. Well, actually, it trickles down to administrative courts too, and they don't want to recognize it, nor do they want parents to understand what the Chevron indifference meant or now means for them.
Right. It's, people will tell you that's about an oil company. That's wrong. Or this about this. Here's the thing with case law, guys. Case law, it could be about someone
being
stealing
oil, like you said, an oil company in
a fucking store. That's what it could be about, is just that. And you're at court for a divorce or whatever. You can still use that case law if it represents the meanings or what they were talking about. So it doesn't matter what the case was about. It's the ruling and the way that the judge has described their opinion in that matter. And here's the other thing that you guys need to remember about case law. Case law is ineffective if you use other areas of case law, like if you use the Ninth Circuit and you're in the First, then you can't use that opinion and expect it to hold 100% value and weight to it. You have to. They can only because they are only opinions. They are not law. They call it case law. That confuses so many people. These are just opinions by other judges. Now, if it's in your district, then the judges have to take a very, very heavy weight to the ruling of what was made. They still don't have to use it as 100%, but they do have to pay really, really close attention to the ruling and how it was used and how it was administered and so on and so forth. So stop getting it just because you say you've got case law that proves it. Do you have case law that proves it? Because is it from your place? Are you applying case law properly? You know, these are things. This is why people, I hate to say this, but this is why attorneys sometimes do get the big bucks, because they do understand how case law is used. I hear so many people time and time again be like, I found the case law that you need to do. Yes, it helps you. It sure does. But it doesn't mean a damn thing, because it's just an opinion. And there are rules with using it. So you need to learn how to function it, how to apply it properly, how to use it. And when you're using it in your documents, you need to learn how to properly administer them to your documents, how to quote them properly, so on and so forth. It's not just, you can't just plop in there, oh, the Chevron difference and blah, 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 which is not what it's called. But you can't do that stuff, because then it's inadequate. It's not worth the shit you printed it out on. They won't go by it. So there's a lot of things to using case law, guys. You can't just say, I found this case law and use it.
And not only that, if you do say that, you better be well prepared to explain it, because they might say, well, why don't you tell us what that case law is about?
Mm-hmm.
They will question you. They will question you if you know the rights, what happened in the case. They might just be like, excuse me, can you tell me again who that case was against and why? They might say, what violation under the Fourth Amendment did this case, blah, blah, blah. So when you're using case law as a pro se litigant, you need to be sure that you read every bit of that case. And they may or may not question you about it, but you better damn well know at least the gist of the case, the people that were involved, and the outcome, the way that it was. And also, you need to remember that there are other cases that might trump these. So you need to always go back and look at what cases may have come along that what's the word I'm looking for, that stomped over these, that superseded. Yes, right. Superseded is the word, right?
Yeah.
Right? That superseded these, that put these out. There was one last night, actually, that Gunnar had used, and Gunnar, sorry about saying this, but it was about the Chisholm versus Georgia case is no longer in use. So you can't use that, and it actually can hurt you, I guess, if you get a supermodel. It can actually hurt you if you use that. That was squashed by the 11th Amendment. That took care of that. So be cautious, guys, when you're putting this stuff out, when you're advising people for educational purposes only and just for communication, just to talk to somebody and discuss in forum like places, that if you are telling these people these things, you need to be sure that what you're telling people is right, because most of these people don't have the strength to barely brush their teeth, let alone do the research that they need to go fill out these papers and to put such things into the paperwork for themselves. So guys, please be super cautious when you're using case law.
And Darren, I did get some feedback on
And who you're getting it from.
Feedback online last night about the about what we had talked about the doing like the classes or whatever. And there is a few people interested in doing those. So I wanted to let you know about that as well.
Well, us three, we're in, that. We're good to go for that. Constitution 101 with Tiff.
And I mean, essentially, they're like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Like, I put it out, and like, I think 5,000 people have seen it. And I mean, so they're aware. I mean, people are getting to be aware. It's like 400,000 views now between all the posts within the last like 2 weeks. So, I mean, essentially, it's getting out there. People are starting to see it, and they're like, okay. Like, because I said, like, well, if I offered it, would you guys do it? Because I'm not going to, we're not going to waste our time essentially doing it if nobody's going to use it and implement it. Like, I want people to be educated. I don't want people to harm themselves when they go to court. I want them to be able to, if they don't want to act pro se, I want them to be able to follow and know what their attorney is doing, and if they're doing it effectively, and not just doing it just to do it. I want them to be able to see through the attorney's bullshit.
Yeah, we used to do. Tiff used to do this thing, and she started it. Actually, the first one was on my adventure home that I was not able to attend with her 100% on that one, as a matter of fact. But from that, and she was getting great responses, and they were starting to build and build. And what she was doing, I don't know if you were around for. Were you around for those, Becca, when she was doing those?
I don't think so.
That she was. So what Tiff did was she would go and she would get a. She actually did it in person, where she would go to the library, or a nice, beautiful building, and where she was, and she did them outside a couple of times too at the park. But she would go there, and then she would teach the Constitution to people and teach them certain parts. And she did this one Sunday a month. We did it for almost a year, I think, right? Or from the summer to the winter, and they had to pick back up from the following year.
Yeah, I think we're going to start doing them again. It's just been crazy because we got court dates and just craziness going on right now. But me and Claire have been talking about starting them up again. So it's just a matter of getting her out of court. Once we get her out of court, we're definitely going to start doing it again. Yeah, and I think we did it from like April until October. I think October was our last one.
You can check those all out. They're on the YouTube pages. You know what I should do? I should go back through and put those on its own playlist. You can check them all out, but we have them. We have them all. See that Erica says she's in.
So have we decided to do school then, or Patreon, or what?
I haven't even spoken. Yeah, I know. I haven't even spoken to Tiff about it yet. This was just our conversation. So Tiff, we're thinking about Becca and said the whole start teaching people about pro se and everything, and then opening up like we had talked about in the past, is doing like a school, you know what I mean, where we pre-record lessons and do things like that, and then people can go sign up and get these lessons from us. I'm sure I already told her, I said Tiff's probably got the Constitution like the back of her hand, so I'm sure Tiff's got the Constitution covered for us, so we don't have to worry about that. It doesn't, other than what's the white-haired guy that I know has passed away now, that older gentleman that passed away, Bob Miller, right? Short of Bob Miller. No, Bob. Oh, yeah. And again, we want to let everybody know that Bob Pace passed away last week. It's really sad. So condolences out to Vincent Davis and his family. Bob Pace came on to Vincent Davis's show when I exited. So he was essentially my takeover after guy. When I came over here to start this stuff, he's the one that replaced me. Yep. So Bob Pace, to him and his family, we're really sorry and condolences. He was a great guy. He was, you know what, no matter what, rain, shine, anything, he was there 2-3 times a day sometimes, advocating out and talking to people. His voice will definitely be missed amongst the people. Love him or hate him, he was still out there and he was doing what he needed to do to help others. So that's commendable for him. But the guy I was talking about was Bob Miller, the dude that's this guy's Constitution is the world law of the land. And if you don't know the supremacy clause, then you don't know what the Constitution is. I keep this little tiny Bible right here in my book, in my pocket. And when I take this thing out,
I got that book. Get away from me. I got that book. That's fine. We can do that. But remember, I started my legislative stuff. I started Thursday. I'm so sorry.
Cool. That's what's cool, because we'll pre-record a lot of this stuff too. So
yeah, so we'll all three get together and figure out a day and a time.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We won't be live, so we won't even we'll pre-record these babies. And I mean, we could do some live webinars and things like that, but the majority of the classes we could pre-record. And then right, Becca, that's the way we're talking about it, right? Like, let's get these together with presentations. They're all nice and everything. And then people can come in and they'll be able to sign up, for the class, take the class appropriately, like with quizzes and, like all of those type things, and then, get them verified. So we're going to have to build some syllabi and all of that good stuff. But like I said, I think that the Constitution is your avenue. So I think that one is yours, Toots. So get writing some stuff up, because looks like it's going to happen. Becca, I think that's a confirmed. Oh, now she's not there. She brings this shit up and then doesn't come back to talk about it. She's not
Mommy.
Okay.
A cheese ball.
Okay. He wants some cheese balls, so I guess it's time to end the show so he can eat some cheese balls, and then he's going to bed.
All right, so guys, look forward to that. Look forward to those things coming up. We'll start building that. The website is being updated right now, so if you guys go there, if you went there to cpsbreakingnews.com, it's kind of a jarbled mess because I get going and I forget, but it's because it's under construction. There's the supermodel right there, guys, and I swear he's going to be a supermodel, and this guy's going to be a little athlete from no tomorrow. So, yeah, that's about it. Becca obviously is out of the building. I don't know. Maybe she fell down or something. I don't know. But everybody, have a good night. We'll see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place. And don't forget, pray for our girl that's going up Wednesday for trial. We need that. We need to make sure that she's got all kinds of prayer force for her because she beat them today. Let's get her beating another one. So have a good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Catch you on the flip side.
Tiff and the Punisher in the house. CPS. Your time is up. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Waking up to the knock at the door. System coming for war. They twist the truth, fabricate more, leaving families torn. Tiff spitting fire, constitutional warrior, Punisher, loading up, aiming straight at the corrupt core. Child protective, nah, more like child destructive. Stealing kids for the quota, bureaucratic injustice. Paperwork, lies, court dates, rigged from the start. But we expose the corruption, tear the veil apart. No more silence, no more fear. Voices rising, the end is near. CPS sauce, we coming for you. Tiff and the Punisher, breaking through. Gunning for the system, parental rights renewed. Fight the corruption, the revolution's due. CPS sauce, hear the war cry. Reclaim your family, never say die. Constitutional hammer, smashing every lie. Tiff and the Punisher, watch the system fry. Family court circus, judges playing God with lives. Child support traps, keeping good parents deprived. Police roll up, badges hiding the agenda. But we drop knowledge bombs, no surrender. F in your corner, strategies locked and loaded. Reunification blueprints, the truth fully decoded. From the front lines, wicked, wise, and relentless. Exposing every fraud, make the guilty confess. No more silence, no more chains. Break the cycle, ignite the flames. CPS slugs, we coming for you. Tiff and the Punisher, breaking through. Gunning for the system, parental rights renewed. Fight the corruption, the revolution's due. CPS slugs, hear the war cry. Reclaim your family, never say die. Constitutional hammer, smashing every lie. Tiff and the Punisher, watch the system fry. This is for the parents, fighting every day. This is for the warriors who refuse to break. Abolish the machine, tear it down. Wicked warriors rise, own the crown. Yeah, CPS sauce, louder now. Tiff and the Punisher, take a bow. Gunning for the system, we ain't backing down. Parental rights forever, wear the crown. CPS sauce, this is the sound of justice rising from the underground. Tiff and the Punisher, echo through the town. The fight continues, never back down. Tiff and the Punisher podcast, armed with truth. CPS, you're done.
We know it's all about the money, we know they lie, we know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?